Hello and welcome back to Popcorn and Blood Holes. I have to be super hyped up because that's what Spencer wants. Hype, hype, hype. Go, go, go. Spencer.
Why would you do that? Now you've spent all the energy you've had for the entire fucking episode.
I was still going to crash into the ground energy-wise out of the way. So.
We either get it now for a little bit or none at all.
Or throughout.
Never.
Or none at all.
None at all. Those are your two options. We have the usual cast of Misfits. Luciano.
I'm not a misfit. What you talking about?
You are.
Okay.
Spencer.
I am a misfit.
No, you're not.
I'm the bad boy of this podcast.
Sure.
You're a boy, all right.
Chris has abandoned all hope, ye who enter this podcast.
He has forsaken us
for
and God.
I will never understand again. But through, I would call stupidity or incompetence.
Wow.
Ambush.
My very own brother.
No. Let him cook because this is self-deprecation.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Well, it's not self-deprecation.
My
very own brother paid a hefty sum to a charity to join us for a podcast. And unfortunately, it's this one. So welcome, Joel, to whatever it is we do here.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure I paid for it last year as well, and you stiffed me on in the podcast. So I'm glad I paid twice to charity. So great cause to join this.
What
charity
a brother.
needs a lot of money. Child's pay is very poor. Sick kids famously has no money in Toronto. So it's the least you could do.
Yeah.
Joel, when you paid to be on a podcast, did you know it was this podcast?
No, I was sold a lie.
As evidenced by our 3 subscribers, he's never listened, so he has no idea what happens here.
Yeah.
No, this is the Joe Rogan experience. Welcome.
Well, I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes it is.
I just figured that Matt didn't want me to steal his thunder as the better conquer, so that's why I never got
There's
the invite.
nothing to steal.
No, and now that I've been here for a few minutes listening to you guys, it's definitely it's obvious.
You've already done it. You've won.
Gone. Congratulations.
You can leave.
You're now in charge of this podcast.
Oh, God.
I recommend starting with the name of the movie you watched.
What, the Fall Guy?
No one cares what you think, old conquer.
Yeah.
You're old news.
Okay.
Conquer and the Conquered.
Fall Guy is what I heard him say in between your nonsense. We did watch The Fall Guy 2024. I guess, what are we going with?
Lee Major's vehicle. No, Lee Major.
Vehicle?
Lee Major vehicle.
I guess he was there at the end, so
there.
fine. Lee Major's vehicle. Or who was that weird other woman that was there?
I don't know.
She scared me.
Okay.
Winston Duke?
That's not a woman.
Scare me. Don't like where this is headed. We're ejecting. We watched Fall Guy 2024, and we're going to talk about things we liked about this movie, starting with Spencer.
Hey. I liked, there's a couple things I liked, but one thing I liked was the reoccurring bit of, I'm a big coffee lover, and I really appreciated him never being able to get his cup of coffee throughout the film. Although I didn't really have a payoff, which was a little disappointing. They kind of just dropped it halfway through.
True.
Which kind of bummed me out. But he went to the bar at like halfway point, and I thought he was going to try and order a coffee, but he ordered some drink, which was and then he put his fist in the drink. Remember?
Yeah.
But
the karaoke.
I thought that would be a coffee, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I liked it while it was happening. It was funny. A lot of funny bits, but that one was I liked that bit.
He did a roll with the coffee mug and he didn't spill it the first time. I was impressed.
Yeah.
Second
that
time,
bit,
however.
Yeah.
I liked the part of the movie that made me laugh the most is when he was fighting the girl with the katana and she hit him through the glass, and then he had a bunch of glass in his hoodie.
Yeah.
And he was shaking it out.
5 minutes.
It kept coming out. I was like, that's like an airplane bit. It just was like so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was.
He had all the glass in the entire apartment.
Like it just when you thought it was done, it just kept going.
Yeah.
Like a possibly large amount. So that was my favorite part of the movie.
All right, fair enough. Luciano, what did you enjoy? Anything else?
Yeah, I actually liked the whole sort of like meta language of the movie with like them playing with movie stuff. So like the intro looking like it's like a stunt sheet and a movie script, and the calling like, oh, don't wreck this. This is a product placement, and immediately the GMC product placement. And I think my favorite scene, like outside of the action scenes, was like the split screens when they talk about split screen and the split screen, and they're narrating what's happening. It happens all throughout the movie, until the end when they go 87 North to the rescue. With 87 North is the stunt team and the production team of this movie. So I enjoyed the movie in general, but this sort of meta language was my favorite part.
Yeah, that was good. Joel, what do you have?
I mean, Emily Blunt. I mean, I'm a big fan. I'd fight John Krasinski, in a second, even if he was like the Jack Ryan version. I'd fight him. But yeah,
wouldn't you rather fight the Jim Halpert version?
Oh, I definitely would. But even if I took the Jack Ryan version, I would do it for a chance at her.
What if you had to fight the monsters from The Quiet Place? Could you do that?
No, I'm out.
Or Reed Richards,
because he's got them. He made those. He's got them in his basement.
What's scarier, the monsters from The Quiet Place or the monsters from If?
Me and no one else has seen If.
I haven't even seen The Quiet Place yet.
No, I haven't seen that one either, but I just assume there's a big purple monster in If. That's pretty cool.
Moving on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's it.
Let's move past that. I think the part I loved the most of the movie actually was when they give him the drug and he fights the guys in the club on the drug. I just thought I like the creative use of like punching guys and
it looked like Scott Pilgrim almost.
Yeah.
It was nice. Very Scott Pilgrim, that scene.
I honestly thought that by the end of the fight, he would just have been like imagined the entire thing.
Me too.
On drugs.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was real was pretty fun. So I
love a good like drug scene where it happens and then it cuts back to the guy like doing it. He's just like if he was just like,
he's fighting no one in an alleyway.
Yeah. Like famously in the Tenacious D movie when he's like flying with Sasquatch and floating down a river at like high speeds.
Yeah.
Like that. I love that joke.
Yeah.
Never get sick of it.
It's always good. So this movie is titled based on 1960s
1980s
TV show
starring Lee Majors. I think that's
1980s.
Yeah, it was the 1980s, and Lee Majors was the star in it. That's why he's in this movie.
I know Lee Majors was the star of it, the $6 million man.
I didn't know that was Lee Majors, but when they came in at the end, I'm like, those people are from the original TV show, whoever they are.
I looked at him when he came in and I was like, I know that. Who is that fucking like dried up raisin? It's Lee Major.
It's because
like 107.
He was in Scrooge. You saw him there, right? That's what happened.
I didn't watch Scrooge.
You should. It's a good movie.
Was that him in that movie? Wow.
Scrooge or Scrooged?
Scrooge. He's the. He shows up as Lee Majors at the very beginning of the movie because he's in a Christmas special where I don't know if it's a Santa thing. I don't remember the exact details.
He looks like a dried banana. That's what it looks like.
You said raisin. Stop switching your fruit.
No, it's all of the fruits.
Well, bananas aren't
all of the dried fruits.
Yeah, not really.
You can dry them though,
but they don't get wrinkled.
They do. It's gross.
Maybe the Brazilian bananas, but
no. But Brazilian bananas are the same bananas in the rest of the earth.
That's not true. It can't be one banana for the entire universe.
That
being said, what if that strain gets killed by something? Then how are we going to get our bananas?
We don't. They all get killed because they're all clones.
And this is what we come here to discuss. To get the
facts. Bananas. Yes.
Banana facts. This has been Banana Facts with
Banana
Joel and Luciano. Moving back to Fall Guy, it's funny they titled it after the 1980s TV show, as I've learned, because I don't think it has anything to do with that TV show and the Lee Majors show up at the beginning of this or the end of this movie. It's just a movie about a stunt guy who has to do real life stunts to find.
Well, it's a pun, right? Because he is obviously the fall thing, but then he's also supposed to be the fall guy for Tomb Raider murder and whatever.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
But it's very like I was like, why is this movie? Because when I heard about it, I thought it was going to be just a pure like crime / like a snatch sort of
like
deal,
action movie.
Like that. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it started all the goofiness. I'm like, what am I watching?
Right.
Yeah, it was way sillier than I was way more of a comedy than I was expecting.
Yeah,
And not in a bad way. It was a good
I
comedy,
agree.
but it was just like it was like a straight comedy with like action sequences.
Yeah.
I can't think of the
As
last
opposed to like an
action comedy / romance, a rom-com that I've seen.
True Lies.
Well, that's going back.
That was the last one?
That was the last and only one.
Fucking 27 years ago or something.
He said scene, so I mean,
He's his brother. He'd know.
Tense. Yeah, you know me well. Definitely. I'm a big Arnie fan.
What?
got him.
What's that dumb one with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, we watched that for this.
Yeah,
podcast,
Red?
the old podcast.
For the other
Red Notice.
Red Notice. Yeah.
I mean, that's
not
not a
a
romance.
There's no romance
At
in that.
no point.
No, there's not a romance. It's also not really a comedy.
Weren't they?
It's not much.
The Rock is the most asexual character.
Are you
he's
telling
talking
me they had no chemistry? Is that what you're
He's
implying?
talking about the romance between The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, which is palpable.
Much
That
better
was
than
sparkling.
Scott, actually, you mentioned Scott Pilgrim versus the World as a action comedy rom-com.
Yeah, I guess it counts.
Yeah, I don't know about the romance part.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
That's also 20 years ago.
and not really a comedy, like a little bit.
Yes, it is a comedy. What are you talking about?
Yes.
I mean, it's like an action. It's more action than it is comedy.
Agreed.
You know, it's an action comedy romance movie, The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy. Yeah. I heard
what
of
now?
that movie.
Yeah, the what now? The who? It surprised me the cast they had. From the trailers, honestly, the trailer convinced me that Tom Ryder died and he was in the ice
Yeah,
bath.
totally.
I thought so too.
When we got to the movie and it turned out to be like, well, at the beginning in the movie they didn't show it being Tom Ryder. They kind of just like it's a body. But when Ryan Gosling's character Colt Seavers sees it, I knew it wasn't Tom Ryder because I feel like he would know it's Tom Ryder instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also it surprised me how long into the movie before there was a murder, because I thought it was going to be like a murder mystery kind of, but the murder didn't happen till like maybe an hour in, like at least like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I almost forgot there was like a whole murder aspect.
Yeah.
Until I was like, oh yeah, in the trailer there's a dead guy.
Yeah. So when he gets to Sydney and whoever it was, Gail or Jody, that I think it was Gail, tells him, "Oh, Ryder's disappeared." I was like, "Oh, okay, it's him. He died, and now it's going to be a thing for him to find and blah blah blah." But then it was. I mean, it wasn't. Oh my god, a twist! But it was like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that.
It was like a change on the trope. Like you feel like you know what the movie's going to be before you go in.
Yeah,
and it wasn't that. And maybe that's like it was a mistake in the marketing because the movie didn't do great in theaters.
Given how fast it came to streaming, yeah.
I mean, let's talk about that for a second because I don't want to ruin my rating at the end, but at a high level, the movie didn't seem as bad as the extreme theater, out of theater, straight to streaming reaction that came.
Yeah. And the ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, for example, aren't bad. I think it's like around 80%.
So you're saying it's no Madam Web?
It's no Madam Web.
Wait, like as in Madam Web's better?
No,
no.
Madam Web is only better than Being Blind, and even then by a small margin.
It's like
being
like
blind. It's good.
Better than Madam Web.
Fair enough.
It's also the same with another movie, which we may or may not cover in the future. That's similarly timed, Furiosa, which like good reviews, went straight to streaming. Just weird that it didn't do well. It's like same as this movie. I was surprised with the review.
I would say Furiosa is even weirder because just the hype from the first movie would have caused people to go watch, right?
I mean, that movie is how many years old though?
What, Fury Road?
Yeah,
more than 3, less than 200.
You're probably right.
Actually, I don't even know if it's more than 3. I may that wide gap may be wrong.
It's almost 10 years old. 2015.
Oh, you just Google it. You fucking cheater.
I was gonna say it was 2015.
That long ago.
Yeah.
God, time.
Yeah.
Time is a harsh mistress.
So I think that like even though everybody loves Fury Road, I think 9 years is too much of a
it's
gap
too
to
long
even matter.
for yeah.
Well, so it's an interesting movie because the movie's fun. Like it's a good time. You think a romantic comedy would draw in
With Ryan
couples
Gosling and Emily
Yeah.
Blunt, right? It's not like it's two nobodies,
two big
right?
stars.
essentially A-listers. Is Aaron Taylor Johnson also an A-lister? I mean,
no. But he's a solid B-lister.
It was funny.
B plus.
One of the first things I said, like I wrote down as a note in this movie, is, "Oh, Quicksilver is an asshole." I see.
And did this movie
feel like it was written for Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, it's. I mean, truthfully, it's a Ryan Reynolds vehicle. Like,
man, it would have been so much better with Ryan Reynolds.
No, I thought Ryan Gosling was great in it.
I don't. He has the emotional range of a cucumber.
But that's all you needed in this movie. Yeah. What did you need?
In this movie, it worked. You're right. In this movie, it worked.
The thing I've found that the more we watch Ryan Gosling movies, the more he's trying to be Ryan Reynolds, or he's being cast. Reeves. Oh, you think it's Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, he doesn't emote.
What do you mean? He has so many emotions. He can be sad. He can be angry.
He can be serious.
I'm out of that. Moving on.
But it seems like he's in that realm of like, at least Keanu Reeves was just like, you know what, I can't emote, so I'm just gonna.
I won't even try.
No, you guys are being fucking way too harsh on Ryan Gosling.
I think so.
In The Notebook, he emotes the shit out of his place. I never quit. I never stopped writing you. I couldn't quit you. I never did.
Was that him or the old guy that played at the end of the movie? I'm not sure.
Yes.
I watched.
Spencer's work in the impressions realm has been known to slip from time to time.
That was an impression.
At least it didn't go to Alan Rickman.
I don't have a Ryan Gosling in my repertoire.
Forget you have emotions and just speak in a normal voice.
Yeah,
I want to drive. I want to go for a ride in my car.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty accurate.
Take you for a ride in my car to places.
3 movies with Ryan Gosling in the past couple of years. We watched Gray Man for the other podcast. Mm-hmm. Then we watched Barbie.
Come on, he was fantastic in Barbie.
No, he had no emotions in Barbie either.
No, he was sad.
No,
and that's it.
But like,
maybe
he played he got an Oscar nomination for that. Come on.
Maybe the genius is he just gives you enough emotion that he needs in each movie. Like he didn't, like he doesn't give you any more or any less than you need.
Yeah, like when he was in Blade Runner,
Oh shit! I forgot about Blade Runner. Yeah,
he was great in that, but he was playing a robot.
Yes,
the Arnold Schwarzenegger rule.
This is like when Keanu Reeves played Johnny Mnemonic. It makes sense.
Here's what I'll say.
Whoa,
Joel's right, because Ryan Gosling. 2 things are true. Ryan Gosling probably isn't good at acting emotions, but also he only picks roles now that require him to
that apply
to emotions.
Yeah, so, that's fair.
I'll tell you one thing about Ryan Gosling. Okay. He is likable. He is likable as fuck.
He's very likable.
True.
He's so likable.
Yes. Yeah. But this movie would have been fun with Ryan. Maybe Ryan Reynolds is too fucking zany actually for this movie.
Oh, this movie doesn't
tone it down.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
For Will Ferrell?
No, wait. Replace Ryan Gosling with Ryan Reynolds and then replace Gale with Will Ferrell, and I'm in.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Now that you're pointing it out, you're right. Ryan Gosling in all of his movies, he plays a really serious guy who is like doesn't emote much.
Yeah, he knows how to pick roles.
Or an over the top like silly guy, which he does play well.
The thing here is like he doesn't play Colt Sears as dumb.
No,
but he doesn't play Colt Sears as smart. And you have Tom Ryder being just extraordinarily dumb. Colt Sears, in comparison, seems like a goddamn genius.
Yeah, it seems like he started Oppenheimer building the atomic bomb when he's next to Tom Ryder. But yeah, you know what? You're kind of opening my eyes a little bit to this.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I like it because I like Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, you can like. I like Keanu Reeves. I know he's not the greatest actor in the world.
No, he's
doesn't matter.
Was he?
Who? Wait, who?
Yes.
Ryan Gosling or Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Those guys.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
So no complaints about this movie being based on a 40-year-old TV property.
Has anyone watched the original TV series?
No one's ever heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then why name it after it then? It's so
because
weird.
it was probably like $1 to acquire the license,
and it was probably like a studio mandate, being like, we don't make original movies. This is an existing property. Give him the money. Make the movie.
Like, if you give me $10, we'll give you the license, and Lee Majors can appear at the end. It's like, okay, I'm in.
No, that was part of Lee Majors has to appear. That was
a condition for the contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
He needs this.
Like, I wonder in this scenario that is definitely very real. Obviously, is it like how they used to make superhero movies? Like, remember the Captain America movie from maybe is it
the 90s?
Whereas they made it because they had to make it to keep the license. Like, that movies X amount.
That's why they made this to keep the Fall Guys movie.
Yeah, man.
To keep the license, the valuable Fall Guys license. They put $100 million into this all-star cast film. Makes sense.
It is for taking the name of an obscure show from 40 years ago. The cast in this is pretty impressive.
Right? I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Here you go.
No, I actually think this is actually what happened. The director of this movie, I don't know if you know, I'm sure you guys looked into it, is a famous stunt coordinator. He was
it makes sense given the rest of the movie.
Yeah, he was a big stunt guy, and then he went into directing, and he directed John Wick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the same director from John Wick.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, cool.
It's not.
Nope, maybe I'm wrong.
God damn, Spencer. Did you watch this movie?
Who's the director?
Well, I got excited for a second there.
It's David Leitch.
Okay, I take back everything I said.
Bullet Train. He directed Deadpool 2.
He directed one of the Fast and the Furious too, I think.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, I can see all of that.
That he is an old stunt coordinator because he has 82 things on stunts. So you're not wrong. It's just not John Wick.
He worked on John Wick.
Oh, fuck. Okay, he worked on John Wick.
I just don't know what he did for John Wick.
As a stuntman?
Stunt coordinator?
Or stunt coordination, maybe? Yeah.
Was he the... who? Oh, no. Okay.
Wait, was he a producer on John Wick? Yeah, he was an executive producer on John Wick.
There you go.
Oh, that's not the same as directing the movie.
Yeah, I take back everything I said. I'm a liar.
Hey, Spencer.
This is on me. Trusting Spencer is on me.
I'm going to yield your time. And hey, Joel, you can talk about literally anything you want to do about this movie to fill in for whatever Spencer was going to talk about.
Oh, wow. There's lots of pressure there, except that I know he's got nothing good to say. So, I don't know. I thought this movie was fun. I thought, it was kind of lighthearted. You didn't need to invest too much in it. I think Ryan Gosling was fine in it for what he delivered. Emily Blunt, it's surprising. She was in the movie, but she really wasn't I know she was a co-star, but she wasn't in it that much, relatively speaking. Most of the time, you kind of come back to her, and then Ryan Gosling be off kicking some ass, and then, they come back to her with a little romantic scene, and then that's it. It was interesting that they didn't have
until almost the very end. She was almost like a device in the movie rather than a character, right? It was just like motivation for him.
Hey guys, Joel, why don't you shut the fuck up for a second?
Wow.
Listen. No, I'm just joking. But I want to slap this in your pie holes.
Okay.
Leitch and Chad Stahelski opened an action design production company called 8711 in 1997. In 2009, they were second unit directors and coordinators, blah blah blah, and stunts and stuff. The two co-directed the 2014 film John Wick. Although Leitch himself was not credited as co-director, he was executive producer, but they co-directed it together.
Oh. But he's not credited as a director.
My fact is so deep that it's not even on papers.
You got lucky. Are you sure you just didn't make that up? How do we know? We can't see your phone.
Yeah.
No, this is on Wikipedia. Okay.
I'm reading this from this article I just wrote on my notepad.
So, suck it. I was right. So this movie, my theory, which I got lost because I thought I was lying, was this guy was a stunt maker, a stunt coordinator, big time, and probably amongst stunt people, that TV show was probably one of the few things about stuntmen. So they loved it.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Spencer,
Yeah.
did you call him a stunt corridor?
I did.
Yeah, he did.
And
Okay, just checking.
he's where stunts go in and out of. Okay?
He is where they film the stunts.
He's where they
Fair
film them.
enough.
So I think
Sure,
that
be accurate on this podcast.
it was probably
He's
like
a director, producer,
And
stunt
And a stunt
coordinator,
corridor.
stunt corridor,
A stunt
everything.
living room, a stunt bathroom.
co-director, uncredited, but that's a thing.
uncredited because I just added it to Wikipedia myself.
To Wikipedia of all places.
And so basically, I think that like show was probably like, oh, they stuntmen probably like it because it's about stunt people. Then they was like, oh, I would love to make a movie about that, and he probably had this great idea for it. And then
maybe he was a
when he
big
got
fan.
his big shot, it was like a passion
and
project.
then they sold it to him for like 2 gummy bears.
With and mandatory Lee
Lee
Majors
Majors
cameo.
appearance. Lee Majors is actually credited as the fall guy in this movie. So
As he should be.
yeah, they don't even give him a name. He's just the fall guy.
Spencer, who do you think wrote this movie?
Lee Majors.
I was gonna
David Leitch. Sure.
I was gonna,
He did everything. He acted. He directed.
I mean, my guess would be.
Oh, he's looking this situation. My guess is click, 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 click.
Let me just mull this over.
It's fine. I'm going to tell you. So we
No,
can stop
I
with your
got it.
humming
Is
and
it
hawing.
Drew Pierce by chance?
Who?
Drew Pierce.
Drew
dude.
Pierce?
Wow.
Drew Pierce? I mean, yes,
Successful
but more
Google.
importantly, Glen A. Larson, who apparently wrote like 112 episodes of the original Fall Guy TV show.
Oh, see, now it's clear.
It's based on.
No, based on. He wrote the thing that it's based on. He
Yeah.
didn't write the movie.
Written by David
No,
Pierce.
look-
Now whose
Come on.
facts are false and made up?
If you
Fake
look at-
news.
IMDb, Glen A. Larson and Drew Pierce are listed as writing this.
What sites are you guys both referring to here? You just like
Wikipedia.
Have you
The
heard
Look at
of
Wikipedia. I'm looking at it, and I don't see it.
Fandom.com.
not Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
The
Okay,
Wikipedia,
the informed
yeah.
source.
This is very different. Anyways, he
We're
gets
all
credit
wrong.
for writing the Fall Guy based on the television series created by. Listen, I don't know. It's not important. We're moving on. I'm tired of all this nonsense. Plot holes. There was one, and it was big as Spencer's lies tonight. And the plot hole is who police, where police, why police, how police,
Oh my god.
when police.
Never. When police, I can tell
What
you. Never.
police? Thank you.
Yeah.
The police in this movie show up exactly one time.
To
randomly.
give Colt
No,
a parking ticket.
Twice.
What's the second
Oh,
time?
at the end. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's it. But he's the Fall Guy, not a cop, as evidenced by the script you
Oh,
found
that's right,
on
yeah.
Wikipedia. Liar.
Yes, that is true.
I just had to join the
It's
group.
not the police, it's the fall guy. Yeah, you're right.
So
No,
he's a
but
fall
police
guy or was he
shows up-
cops? You can't have them both.
Well, I think all cops are Fall Guys in a way.
Ooh, commentary.
Commentary, social, got 'em. But the police, in general, are nowhere to be found. They are asked to find a body. They can't find it. The body shows up later. They make no connection that someone else asked them to look in this exact same room because he
Took
saw a
him to
body.
the same apartment where he came out of after being accused of killing people.
Correct.
So that actually makes me wonder, how the fuck did that even work? Like, they had a body on ice in there. By the time that Ryan Gosling went down, they got
He
rid
went
of it
back. Yeah.
without
It
like
was
any
quick. It was
water or
very
anything
quick.
there. And then, but then after he left, they put the body back on ice in there.
That's right, because they
Well,
didn't
so
know
I
the
don't
body.
think so.
They never explained that, how they suddenly found the body that
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Right. So, Spencer, you raise a very valid point. This is why it's a plot hole, because the police can't figure out where bodies come and go. But I think it's a fair question to ask, and I'm going to put you all on the spot. How did they hide this ice body for, 1 to 24 hours?
He went to the wrong room. He went back up to the room. He went in thinking that was the right
And he was-
room.
and he
and
was high?
it was across the hall.
It was the lingering effects of
It was
the
a
drugs.
drug.
so
He's
high,
high.
so concussed.
Yeah, exactly. He was on the
That actually kind of tracks, because if the key had to kick the door down, and the key he had was probably for a different room.
like how would it?
And then when they went up with the cops,
That actually works.
they used his key card. It's like, oh, this was the door.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
they
the
went
first
into
room
the
he went
other
into,
wrong
yeah, it
room.
was just dumb luck. He found the dead body. I don't know.
I don't know if that's dumb luck finding dead bodies, just to be fair.
Well, he had to kick the door.
And
I don't
he,
know.
I mean, he asked for the fruit platter or whatever, right?
Well, that's right.
I also didn't understand that.
Well,
fruit
that
platter
was the
takes you to
code.
the room where but the code is to get you to a room where there's a dead body.
No,
Well,
that's because that's where Tom Rider was, and he's supposed
Yeah.
to be delivering drugs to Tom Rider.
No, but the guy from the front desk says he's on
Kevin?
ice. It's on ice. Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
So I think they knew.
Oh, the fruit platter
which
was
makes
a
even
body.
less sense because Tom Rider kills that guy in front of like 30 people, and they're all okay with him killing.
And
the
he
guy.
doesn't want to kill
Nobody
any of them.
reported the police. Yeah,
He wants to kill Ryan Reynolds
That's true, yeah.
because he knows about what's going on, but not of the other 30 witnesses.
That's a good question.
This is fair, but this is the plot holes of police, not Tom
Well,
Rider.
Maybe we should
Holes.
shift it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take a pivot.
This plot hole's a
'Cause
lot
that's a
bigger
great
than we
point.
thought.
Like, are all those people that witnessed him murder someone dead?
Wow.
maybe they're all on ice.
But to be fair, they're all people that hang out with celebrities for clout, so they'd probably say or do
they're all
anything.
people who hang out with Tom Rider.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's not a good indication of character.
They're vetted for.
Yeah.
They're probably
They
all
sign,
like,
they sign an NDA before they
Yeah.
go hang out with him.
But the police, they're the real.
they're the real villains.
Well, yeah, I mean, their villainy is out of absence, right? They're never anywhere. Like they have a shootout in the middle of the city. They're driving a truck with a giant dumpster which falls on the ground, causes a crash.
Well,
No police shows up, and this is Sydney. This is not like in the middle of
No,
nowhere.
that happens in Sydney all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is Australia.
Yeah,
They're probably
it's
like,
not America. That's the
Ah,
point.
you see the old shootout out on number 22.
Oh, again? Yeah, maybe.
Hi, Mike.
I don't think so. I don't
Joel,
think so.
you want to take a shot at an Australian accent to
Let's
just
hear
let
it,
the
Joel.
professionals
Put 'em
work?
on the
That's not a
spot.
knife. That's a knife. There you go.
There you go.
Call that a
And
knife.
nice reference too.
This
Show
is a
your
man
age,
on
but
ice.
nice reference. Yeah. No, and then like in the harbor at night when they're like going. I mean, there's a shootout at Tom Rider's house or apartment or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing happens. No police.
I
appears.
mean, it's in the harbor. No one lives down there.
That's also in like a
no,
rich,
it's only
famous person's
the
house.
place where like all the like commerce happens in the
It's
harbor.
nighttime. Commerce doesn't happen at night. Everybody knows that.
Come on.
And it's down under, so it's reverse rules. So it's like it
Yeah.
definitely doesn't happen at night. Don't think anymore about
No,
it.
wait.
Nighttime is
No,
daytime, which
if
is
it's-
even quieter, even less active.
And the toilets flush
Oh,
backwards,
my
right? I saw
God.
that Simpsons episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, the toilet's flush backward. Therefore, no commerce at
yeah,
night.
and the criminals catch the cops.
Now we're talking.
It's
it's
all
not.
trash.
It's not Bizarro
Tom
World.
Rider is innocent because
He
Australia.
killed a man. He's
Australia.
innocent because he killed a man.
yeah, he can't.
Yeah.
The man killed himself. Tom Rider tried to save him. That's what I understand. I think the bigger. Listen, I don't discount the fact that there's a shootout and no one showed up, but I think it's like the boat chasing, like obviously driving
Yeah.
beside other boats.
And the
The
explosions.
giant explosion. To be fair, the giant explosion didn't make TV, so presumably
Well,
the cops.
no,
showed
the
up
media
eventually.
is fine. It's the police that's the problem.
Yeah, but they showed up eventually. They're not. The
Dude.
cops aren't quick.
Yeah.
They come eventually.
You think
Right?
those
Yeah,
cops that like went up to the room are fired? They're like,
I
oh,
mean-
you went up to this crime scene
Based on
10
our,
minutes
the poli-
before.
they got a nice year-long suspension with pay.
Yeah,
It's the
they
same.
got paid
these
with
are the
dollary
same-
dues.
They're all from the same like school of policing as like Roadhouse, right? It's the same thing. Oh, you want to fly a giant boat into a bar? Sure. Police not going to do anything about it. It's the same thing here.
Here in Australia, we let them solve their own problems.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
snap a neck? Snap a neck. It's
And
fine.
and to top it off, the plan was to frame Colt for the murder.
Right, because he famously looks like
Like Tom.
Tom Rider.
Tom Rider
Like, kinda.
in a way that.
Well,
Henry,
I mean, they
Henry
did
didn't.
the deep fake thing, but like
Oh, that's right.
he's the only person in this movie who talks to a police officer. He takes the man or both of them upstairs to where he said there was he wanted to report a crime, and he ends up accused. And they're like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Actually, that story tracks a lot more than you think it would, based on how police operate.
Yeah. Plus, were they even cops? They were like meter maids.
Yeah, they look more like traffic police. They were really no.
I don't think they even have badges.
Yeah, they're not real police.
Oh my god!
They're police They're the
Traffic
police in the
police
streets,
erasure over here.
not the police in the sheets.
I
rest my
hate you.
case.
Fucking hate you.
I'm so confused right now.
I mean, but that is, yeah, it's a big problem, especially with also the like armed gunmen that are openly walking around movie sets.
It's
And
true. They do
you know.
like get more brazen with how they walk around with guns and no one questions them. It's
like, listen, if this was set in America, I would accept that. I'd be more
Oh
likely
yeah,
to accept that.
not even a
That is
plot.
it.
Not even a plot hole.
I'm pretty sure they have pretty strict gun laws in Australia.
Yeah, they
did this
do.
movie happen in America? America's version of what they think Australia is like?
100%.
100%.
No, if that were the case, there'd be
100%.
kangaroos boxing everywhere.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, fair. No, they toned it down. They toned it down.
That's fair.
For realism.
Well, nobody said the dingo ate my baby, so there's also that.
But did a dingo eat your baby?
A dingo did. Yeah, I don't know. It feels to me like whoever wrote this, like they wanted to have the
Gary?
the idea of Gary, that guy.
Gary and Drew.
Gary. Glen?
Yeah.
Glenn, whatever the fuck.
He wanted to have the whole idea of like the pun of haha, he's a fall guy and he's a stunt. But they were like, let's not worry too much about the logistics of this. It's just say there's a frame for a murder and that's it.
I mean, it would have worked way better if he didn't bring the cops up into that room.
Yeah.
It would. Hey, I have to cut it in here with late breaking news. I'm pretty sure Glenn didn't write this movie.
What?
Is Glenn dead, Matt?
He died in 2014.
Okay. So he didn't write it a decade ago on his deathbed?
Okay.
That's breaking news.
Oh
all right.
my god! Breaking
I apologize
news.
to the family.
He died literally 10 years ago.
My bad. I shouldn't want to lead the fans astray.
Oh god.
Let's just have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
For
Rest in
Glenn.
peace, Glenn.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
You're in a better place not having to listen to this.
It's true.
That is fair. You've only been here for about 30 minutes.
Maybe we shouldn't feel bad.
I do, we've isolated the police amongst many plot holes exist. How do we repair this hole in the fabric of the Fall Guy space-time that the police have created by not being there? Like, we don't have to have the police show up everywhere, but like, are there other explanations as to why they don't care?
I think the easiest way would have been to move this from, because there's no real need for it to be in Sydney, right? There's no particular like thing that needs to be in the movie.
Untrue. They use the Sydney Opera House as like they have a big
That was a big showdown,
scene.
right? At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be there, right?
Yes, it does.
It does.
I was gonna say that the easiest way of fixing this is moving it to some shithole country.
The Opera House was Glenn's vision. We will respect it.
From beyond the grave.
Glenn always wanted to film an episode of The Fall Guy in Sydney, and he never had a chance.
The Opera House. That's bold letters on the script.
True.
I think another like kind of like easy way to write around it without having to like make too many changes would be like this movie production's so big that they like sort of quarantine off certain areas where there's no police and there's no like bystanders, and like so that's where like some of the action happens.
They do try to insinuate that Gale is doing that, though I think they don't do a great job of that.
Yeah, I thought about that too. It's like maybe it's just paying off the police somehow. But again, this is not. the U.S.
This movie, or at least Tom Ryder's got like a paramilitary, so it's like there's enough firepower and around to protect. They don't need the police. Like, what's the point?
I was saying he went, we don't need the police. I got my police. And they went, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You don't worry about surf and protection. We'll worry about surf and protecting.
So are you saying that if Johnny Depp brought his own cops to Australia, they wouldn't have sent him home with his little dog?
100%.
That is exactly what we're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's what we said verbatim.
And his cops would be drunken pirates, right?
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Are we writing a movie right now?
We are, but we'll get to that later. It's a spoiler alert.
It's called The Old Guy.
Maybe Yeah, he died in 2014.
Hey,
You're not going to live that one down for a while, I'm thinking.
no, I will, because I'll make another dumb mistake in the next episode.
God, I like
The next episode, you think you're not going to make it to the end of this episode without making a mistake? Bold.
Yeah, he plans on being quiet for the rest of the episode. Look, he's doing it. I was gonna say they could have also shown like the police getting close, like the sirens or anything, like just something.
At
They're
least
trying.
in the scene where they're like going down the street with the spinning garbage can thing.
Yeah.
Were you bothered by it
thing.
with the plot? But were you bothered by the lack of the police? Like, did it actually change your perception of the movie, or was it just kind of like, meh?
Hey man, I asked the questions.
Yeah,
here,
what
not
is this?
you.
Logic?
Fuck you.
We
Get
pick
outta
apart
here.
movies for no reason.
Yeah.
This guy coming in here
didn't
telling
play
us the
ground
the
rules.
disbelief.
Trying to
Fucking
make
new guys.
sense and shit.
Listen,
Yeah,
I got a better
I
question.
paid charity to come, and I could get to do what I want.
Hey, Joel,
that is
were you
true.
bothered by the lack of police in this movie? Like, when they didn't show up? Or-
I mean,
It's a great
Good
question,
question,
Matt.
Matt.
Very good question.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, before Luciano pointed it out, I honestly didn't even notice.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah, obviously, I
Normal
clearly did not
views of
bother.
the
That-
movie.
Are you saying that I ruined the movie? for
No,
you?
no, I still enjoyed the movie. I just,
Okay.
I just never
Okay.
really thought about it.
It bothered me when it, like, if it was just one scene, no, right? But it happened like 3 or 4 times. It was, even in hindsight for me, was when that whole scene with the like boat chase and then the explosion. I was like, the fuck, where is and now they're gonna try to pin it's I know exactly when it was, is when they say they're gonna pin the murder on him. I was like, okay, wait, no, I was okay with the police being out of this, but
now you're bringing them in. You know, the movie
Yeah.
is bringing them in.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think that's key, because for whatever reason, when we talk about a boat chase, I think back to Indiana Jones, when they're looking for the Last Crusade. And
I thought you were gonna talk about the fridge again.
no. But in the Last Crusade, like, they go into that church and they end up doing like a chase in the water.
Oh yeah,
And like, there's no cops anywhere in that chase.
true. And it doesn't bother anybody.
But I think it's you're right. It's because they then invoke police at a later date, where it's just like, okay, now
No, and it becomes like super important to the plot, right? Because now Tom Rider can come back to the movie and blah blah blah, right?
And when they bring the police in, you start thinking back to earlier in the movie. You're
Yeah.
like, wait, did the police see this? Didn't the police notice this? And
Yeah.
you start thinking about how the police would have been viewing all
It
the
was like
previous events.
There was a shootout in what seems to be a pretty affluent neighborhood. Nothing happened. There was like a car chase that caused multiple car crash. Nothing happened. There was a chase like around the harbor with an explosion. Nothing happened.
I mean,
don't bring it into this.
A good way to cover that would have been like in the police report where they're like saying he died from the boat crash, and they show the video of him leaving the crime scene. They could have also been like,
Right.
and he was seen in a gunfight in the middle of the streets, and
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like go covering
Like,
basically
pin the
everything
whole
he
thing
did
on him.
everything
yeah.
he did throughout the movie was all part of like the police were tracking it, and it just made him look more guilty.
Yeah, that would have worked. Yeah,
Would have made it seem like they weren't incompetent. At least they
or
were like
non-existent.
or non-existent. Yeah.
yeah, Joel, where's your non-existent cops now?
Where's your enjoying the movie even though it didn't bother you now?
Despite the plot hole that we found.
Despite the small nitpick that
Wow,
we
yeah,
pointed out.
you guys are great. Yeah, you guys are great. You're really, really, yeah, you're right. You make great points.
That's right. Now, if you want to pay to be on the podcast,
Hey, Extra Life's coming up again in a few months.
yeah.
All you need to do is buy 1,000 pairs of dock walks.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Lower back pain, knee pain, foot pain.
Listen, I think we've solved this plot hole for better or for worse.
Mostly for worse, yeah.
That's what we do.
Let's dive into some fun questions, shall we?
Yay.
Let's start off easy. I think nothing. Joel's new to this, and we don't want to scare him.
Now you're saying that.
Yeah, we don't.
What? No, it's fine. Hey, how did Gail go from owning a Premier League soccer team to being a Hollywood producer / cleaner?
Oh, I like it. It's a meta question, like the rest of this movie. Let's see.
Well, I don't know if all of you followed her exploits in the Premier League, but I did.
I didn't finish the 3rd season, but not yet anyway.
I would say that after I think Ted Lasso leaves.
Sure.
Now I don't remember.
She follows him to the U.S.
She sells the team.
She sells the team, and she can't get her cookie fix that he would bake for her,
Right.
which she's addicted to. So she follows him to the States, and through her connections, she talks about how the players in soccer would constantly act like they were injured, and how she was the best at getting them to put on these great performances of being hurt, even though they weren't actually hurt in these soccer games. And then they said that would translate really well to dealing with actors. She said, "Yeah, they're big babies too." And then
Great job.
it's throwing shade. So she's like, I can deal with these big babies, and instead of pretending they're hurt on the field, they'll pretend like they have emotions on the screen. and I'll do whatever needs to be done to win, because I'm sick of losing like I did with that fuck Ted Lasso.
Wow.
She's bitter.
I mean,
Listen,
She's bitter.
Spencer, that was a great idea. And
Thank you.
There's no wrong answers, but I think I'm going to turn to anybody else for an alternate
You sure?
reason. Or
I
wait.
got
Yeah,
more.
no. We're just spitballing. But anybody else with Spencer? Joel,
Please.
answer the question, please.
please. Oh God.
Did you want me to jump in? No. Okay, Joel, you got it.
How did Gail go from Premier League soccer to becoming a murderous producer?
Slash
It's.
cleaner.
I mean, it starts with her ex-boyfriend Glen, something or other, that wrote some script back in the day. He died.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
emotionally
Glenn Gary.
distraught.
Yeah.
And she heard about this show she wrote about the Fall Guy, and she thought, well, I'm going to turn it into a ridiculous space movie. I have no idea.
Whoa, this is even
crazier.
Layers of meta.
Layers of
It's
meta.
more meta.
So you're taking
yeah.
the movie Metal
Metal Storm.
Storm.
Storm. I was gonna say Metalgasm. Metal Storm
Sure.
is
Gasm.
so Metalgasm is a retelling of Glenn's original Fall Guy script.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds like
It
words
does. It
put
does.
together.
Yeah.
I like
Could
it.
be true. I mean, it's as true as anything.
That is
Great.
true.
That is the best answer I've
It's
heard.
as true
Well,
as
moving
anything
on.
that's not true.
These are all valid
It's
points.
equally true as a lie.
I pre-yield my time.
Yeah, thank you, Luciano. I appreciate that. Hey, what? So we saw at the beginning of the movie, Colt Seavers goes up to do the stunt again because they want him to do it backwards or whatever, and we know that he falls, and at the end of that, his back is broken.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, fair point. But what happens during that fall? Like, actually,
He doesn't actually hit the ground, obviously. I think Tom,
Obviously.
Yeah,
I
he'd be
think
dead.
obviously he'd be dead. So I think Tom, he panics at the end and just hits the brake, and he stops it so hard that his back is, just his vertebrae is fractured, not his back is not completely broken.
That's a good explanation.
fuck you and your realistic answers.
Well, I had to make
that's
it
a
for the
good one.
last one with the nonsense.
No, the last one was good.
No, yeah, you came up with
Don't answer
Metalgasm.
like Spencer. Just answer Metalgasm all the time.
That's a good point though, because at the end of the movie, when he has to, she says shoot him, he hesitates then
Yeah,
too. Remember?
Deep down,
He
he has a
hesitates to
mutual
shoot.
respect for his stunt double. He did say,
Don is just a pussy.
"You're the best
brother.
stunt guy, stunt double I've ever had." Like, and I think he was
True.
secretly in love with him.
That's
Layers.
Layers, yes.
I think what happened on that fall is that through some magic or some other powers that Tom Ryder has,
Go on.
what happens is Colt Reavers falls into a Super Mario tube, like a pipe, and he didn't really break his back. He just like kind of mildly inconvenienced his back. But he disappears for 2 years.
Wow.
That's what happens.
I paid charity to listen to that.
Yeah, you did, and you paid it, and you better like it.
Joel, I can hear you Googling, can you get charity money back?
I'm going to come to sick kids tomorrow and rip that money out of some poor kids' hands.
From right out of their hands. I'm
You should be
take
ashamed of yourself.
Some kid's going to be in there all sick. He's going to run by and take his fucking drugs and be like, this is for my money.
His grip bag. Yoink.
Yeah. Deserve it too.
I think that's I'm talking about Joel's guess, not whatever that was.
No, fuck you. My story is as true as anything else.
Yeah, but it's better when Joel says it. More realistic.
Why? No, I disagree.
You know what it is. This is like your third language. You have no idea what you're saying.
What? Third? What's the second now? Wait, do I speak another language that I don't remember?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I agree, though. It makes sense that like he didn't hit the ground and that it was the last minute rope tightening.
Like 18 months later, all that we see is he has like some like electroshock thing happening. That's it.
That's the future that Glenn envisioned, right?
Yes, he did.
He didn't know what
again from beyond the grave. He envisioned.
Yeah.
You're saying that in 2014 he wrote it to take place in 2024.
Yeah.
Wow, he really. He predicted
what a visionary.
2024's modern medicine could fix a broken back. Like even if you,
he also predicted the Cybertruck.
Yeah, and deep fakes. That's impressive.
That's true. Yeah,
Glenn was a visionary, and that's why they killed him in 2014.
Who's they?
You know who they are.
You know who they are.
We can't say who they are on the air, but we all know.
Side Boys?
We don't talk about them. Hey, new question. What Tomb Raider has a lot of sticky notes, like his passwords and all that random shit. But like, what do you think are on his most private sticky notes?
The ones on like his bedroom, or his shower
that's
stall, or something.
Whatever his most private area is. Yeah.
I love you,
Cole. Think he has Post-its? Yeah, probably. I was going to ask you, do you think he has Post-its on his private areas?
I mean,
it's like in his body?
No, I think he's more asking what's written on the notes.
Crotch.
Sounds like you're a good Tomb Raider.
Isn't there another question we might get to later about who might play a Tomb Raider? If not,
I think we have the answer. We're not going to ask that question.
Skip it. Save the time.
Yeah,
I think he has like potential nicknames on one of them, like he just nicknames, and it's like Tom
for his dick
Rider. No, that's for himself. I think he has Colt 45.
But for his dick or for just Tom in general?
For himself?
Tom's dick or Tom?
No, I'm not talking about Tom's dick. Who's talking about Tom's dick?
Although you said Colt's dick, so I was just trying to understand.
One of his nicknames was Tom Dick Rider. That was one of his potential nicknames.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Colt 45 because that's the name of the stuntman, but it inspired him.
It was very confusing.
You know what? That one's on me.
Tomb Raider is an idiot, so he might have written Tom 45, thinking his name is also a gun.
He heard someone call him Colt 45, so he's like, "I'll be Tom 45. That's cooler."
I'll be Tom 46. It's even cooler.
Yeah.
46.
Fucking Colt thinks he's better than me. Yeah. I'll break that fucker's back. And I'm trying to think of other notes he would have said. I feel like food goes in here, like pointing to a mouth.
I think he has notes on like very like regular things like mirror and toothbrush, like that. The kind of just like to remember labeled. What it's supposed to be.
Like they said in the movie, like Memento.
Yeah.
Not like stuff like you're smart. Was the Tom? Who's the guy from Saturday Night Live that? Gosh darn it, people like me. So it's like self-motivation.
Oh, the guy who's a senator
I'm smart
now.
enough.
He's a senator
gosh
now.
Darn it, people like me.
Yeah.
Maybe he just got those self-motivating quotes all over.
Al Franklin? That's his name?
Yeah, but he wasn't Al Franken. It was like...
It was Al Franken.
It was Al Franken, yeah.
No, he wrote them, but it wasn't like the character's name. Anyway, it's not important.
No, it wasn't the character's name, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he writes motivational, like live, laugh, love.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. There's definitely some inspiring quotes, like be present. You know,
Do you think Tom Rider had Live, Laugh, Love, or was it like a slight modification on that? Like
live, laugh, fuck.
Probably something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
He wouldn't
seems
write
more-
fuck. He would write bang. He's the kind of guy who would
Yeah,
write
he's
bang.
classy like that.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Live, laugh,
Bang.
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 Got it. Get it in.
Stop.
Hey, Spencer,
Yep.
to stop you, I have to ask another question.
Please do.
Why? Wise.
Hey, why does Tom Rider love murder?
I'll tell you why. Why
tell
does
you
he
why.
love murder?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's more of a compulsion in a way. You know, it's like from all of his killings we've witnessed, he's got a hair trigger, you know, in insecurity, which is why he puts those I'm gosh darn it, people like me notes out.
Right.
Because when he feels like anybody disrespects him, he goes loco.
Right. So he's got a bunch of stickies that are like, I do my own stunts. I am the stunt.
Yeah,
man.
I
Yeah.
will
Right.
kill you.
Right. That's, yes, mixed in. I got it. Yeah.
He probably has a post-it, like, you know how like serial killers like keep trophies. He has post-it notes of all his victims.
That,
is just
he, like,
bad.
A
he
piece of their
kills.
skin that's supposed to
No. He kills a person and he writes the person's name and he goes like, "This is my trophy. I took this
Yeah.
from them."
Because he doesn't understand how trophies
Yeah,
Yeah,
work.
right.
exactly.
this was a part of them, and now it's a part of me.
So,
Yeah.
so wait a second. Are you saying that every sticky
Is a victim.
is a murder?
Yes,
Not every sticky, but most of them.
No,
Well,
yeah,
so, okay.
yeah. Except
Yeah.
for the pants one.
Right.
just
fair.
that one.
Just that one.
Yeah, just his pants on his pants.
Every
All right.
single one.
A valid answer if I've ever heard one. That could be true, as Joel famously has said.
It's as true
As
as any
true as
lie.
anything else.
True as anything else.
Is as true as anything else.
All right, Joel. Why don't you take a stab at this?
Ooh, stab. I think that's a good way to intro into the fact that Tom just loves stabbing people or kicking them into chairs or whatever that guy broke his neck on. He's just got a lust for murder. He can't, he can't do his own stunts, so he feels inferior. So, the way to feel superior versus other people is to just murder them.
Just choke the
Just
life
choke
out of them
the
and
life
I gotta ask.
watch
a
their
question
eyes
here.
go white as their last
Yeah,
heartbeat
rolling
is
back.
felt in the
I mean-
fingertips
Yeah.
Well,
of
this is
your,
for
of your
Spencer,
palm
eh?
around their neck
But like, was this a fun joke? Or are we
as their
seeing your
last
psyche
breath
right
you
now?
breathe into your lungs.
So he was abused as a child. No. Stop.
Because like, I happen to have spent a lot of time with Joel and actually, not a decent amount of time with Spencer, and you talk about murder. That makes me concerned about hanging out with you.
So we should meet up.
Yeah, I think we bonded over that. What is it, curling?
We should
At one
we
time.
should walk the piers late at night
Pierce.
and meet people.
Just pushing people.
Just looking for trouble. See what we find.
Looking for people's light. What is he called?
Snuff,
Spencer?
snuff,
To
their
snuff out their
lives.
light and feel their last breath breathed into your own. Feel their last pulse beat along your fingertips.
We all
Isn't that everybody wants?
things, stuff.
It's a
Question.
It's as
Hey,
good a want as anything else.
Hey, oh God, how do we get out of this? Oh, I know. Jody was like, when she was talking about getting over Colt, she talked about banging a lot of dudes. And I want to know which dude that Jody banged that got under Colt's skin the most. What pissed him off the most?
Rainn Wilson.
Show your work.
I don't think he needs to.
That's it. I mean,
It's obvious.
Colt is the long lost brother of John Krasinski, who is best friends with Rainn Wilson.
This feels like you projecting your love for Emily Blunt in a twisted way.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
So when we kill John Krasinski, are we gonna feel his last heartbeat in our palm?
Do we snuff him out?
We snuff the life out of him and take his wife and his life.
Legally, I must say for this podcast
disclaimer
that this is a disclaimer. This is comedy. This is just a joke.
Yeah, you say what you need to say, Matt.
Exactly.
It's so far off the rails.
Is this normally how this goes? Is this where these things are complete?
This is actually tame. Yeah,
This is going well.
This is pretty tame.
This is the best we've ever done. Thank you.
Nobody talked about cocaine yet.
Yeah.
Well, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say Tom Ryder,
What was the question?
the person that she had slept with that upset him the most.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Tom Ryder too, but that's probably.
But I like Rainn Wilson. It tracks more story wise.
Sure. Well, I don't think like she would bang Tom Ryder because like she doesn't like him anymore than. Yeah. Tom Cruise, is that an option?
I was gonna say Henry, the other stuntman.
Just because he's like Henry Cavill. I get that.
I don't think Colt would be mad. Exactly.
I think Forrest Whitaker is the obvious choice.
Forrest Whitaker, like the crippled Forrest Whitaker from.
Forrest Whitaker as Saul Guerrera.
Yeah.
Living the dream. Let's go out for dinner. We'll get some spaghetti.
That's pretty good. Let's see how long it takes until he becomes Michael Caine.
Starting there. He's starting Michael Caine. It's too late.
No.
Michael Caine.
When you're Michael Caine. When he gets loud, he gets very loud indeed. Then he gets quiet and he gets all broken up like this.
And we're going to Alan Rickman again.
And scene.
Don't forget the dream.
Different question. Tom Ryder. Famously, Tom Ryder, we love him. Tom Ryder famously
He's not even the star in this movie, and you've got like 10 questions.
Hey, man, you wrote this question yourself, handcrafted it. I'm only asking what you wrote. And we're going to continue on. Tom Ryder couldn't be replaced by anybody. He got replaced by Jason Momoa, but I want to know who else we could have replaced him with.
I think Forrest Whitaker is the obvious answer.
I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Gilbert Gottfried.
Well,
listen, Glenn would approve.
Glenn would approve.
Welcome to Metalgasm.
Yeah. What is this with the cars and the jumping? I don't understand.
I died the same year as Glenn, the writer.
Shockingly excellent Gilbert Godfrey, rest in peace, impressions by both of you. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
We have
it's in their blood.
It's in their blood.
It's also in the blood. True.
It's in the blood.
True, it's in the blood.
Hey. But no, I think obviously
John Krasinski.
Oh, you know what? That would actually work pretty good.
Yeah, actually, would work.
Yeah, that would be good.
But I think they wanted to go for like
Matthew McConaughey.
That
like
was
the
I think
accent would be.
That
right?
was. I almost thought they were doing Matthew McConaughey impression. Like it was like
they tried. But it was no all right. So
yeah.
Kevin Costner, or is he too controlling?
It's not.
Let's hear the. What about the Matthew McConaughey impression?
It's like, who else do you want to? Oh, I know.
Sorry, Spencer.
Frank Sinatra.
Well,
back to Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
This is Metalgasm.
That's what I like with them alien girls.
I get older and they stay the same age.
They say the same species.
Hey, if you wanted someone closer to Kevin Costner's age, Tommy Lee Jones would be a good replacement.
Wait, what do you guys?
Tommy Lee.
This movie came out in 2024 with like the writer imagined.
Yeah.
They're too old. You need like a young. I mean, Matthew McConaughey was obviously the perfect choice.
Yeah.
I don't think
he's
can top
famously
that.
not too old.
Wait, no. The perfect choice was Jason Momoa. It was, but if we couldn't have him,
that's the fucking question, guys.
Jason Momoa. I mean, I feel like The Rock is like interchangeable with Jason Momoa.
Wow.
Nah.
We here at Popcorn and Plot Holes don't endorse anything Joel says.
Well, Joel, here's your crucial mistake here. Is the story of Metalgasm is a romance, and
Fair.
The Rock is famously asexual.
Yeah,
we could replace the alien with Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
Kevin Hart.
I like where we're going with this. And instead of an alien war, they're two police officers with opposite. It's a buddy cop film.
Vitriolic best buds.
Yeah, they're opposite personalities. He's tightly wound, while the other one is aloof. And
also a cowboy, and an aloof cowboy.
He's an aloof cowboy, and they're solving the crime of the missing maple syrup.
You know who has a really good Southern American accent? Jason Statham. Be perfect for this.
Jason Statham would have been goddamn Metalgasm.
Wow, I mean, if we're going for delightful Southern accents that make no sense, then clearly James Bond is in the mix.
Which one?
Yeah,
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, yeah.
Yes, the Knives Out man.
The Knives Out, random like skipping states accent.
That's more like I do declare in this battle against the aliens, I say we are going to win. We are going to win.
You would demand suspenders.
I'm not a big bladed alien.
I'm no big city cowboy.
I'm not some big city cowboy. I'm just a country boy over here.
I'm just a small man from Missouri.
Missouri.
I put my sugar,
no vowels.
I put
no
my
vowels
sugar
in
in
that
my
word.
tea, 1 cube at a time. I'll tell you what.
This has definitely gone off the rails and maybe plunging over a bridge.
Yes.
No, we don't do that here. Hey,
Nicolas Cage.
question,
No,
Joel.
before you go, Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Great. So
that'd be good.
that's great. That's your
That's
answer.
it.
Now we're
Nicolas
gonna
Cage
put-
would be
Moving
great.
What? No, that's the answer for the next
Okay,
question.
Nicolas Cage, sure.
You
I'm
fucked up.
in.
So what other commands does Jean-Claude respond to? You said Nicolas Cage. So what does Jean-Claude do
when you say
Nicolas Cage?
Oh my goodness.
and you have to say it in French.
Nicolas Cage. Le chien, il tire le visage d'un autre chien. So he tears the face off another dog.
Yeah.
Switches it up.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Face
so
off.
Face off.
That,
You say
that command is like it's not only tearing the face off, it's bringing it back to whoever gave the
When
order.
you say Nicolas Cage, the dog tears the face off another dog and switches its face with the dog's face.
I see.
That was implied.
It's a disguise. It's a disguise command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great job. Great
Tear
work,
le visage off. I don't know how to say off in French.
I think.
No, that's. I'm sure it'll pass mustard.
I think another command he has is Le Curse de Québécois, in
Of
which
course.
he bites someone and that person has the worst Québécois accent ever. That's
So
another
none?
command
Celine
for
Dion?
sure.
Just so yeah.
Wah.
Sorry, Celine Dion. The
Yeah,
command.
another command. All the commands are famous people.
Georges Pierre. The Celine Dion.
Roche Voisine.
Is the Jean-Claude Van Damme count?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
The dog does the splits.
Yeah. And kicks someone and punches someone in the nuts.
That's the Johnny Cage. Not to be confused with the Nicolas Cage. That poor dog.
The dog. Sometimes the dog will rip a face off and split and punch someone in the
nuts. Yeah.
because he's confused.
That happens. All right. I think we've nailed this one.
Yeah.
Moving on to a completely unrelated question. All right, so hear me out. The studio is dead set on a sequel to Metal Storm 2 or Metalgasm 2.
Wait, they're set on a sequel to Metalgasm 2?
Yeah, so it's 3.
Okay, carry on. Just getting my parameters. Go carry on.
What is Metalgasm 3 about?
First of all, it's called Metal Storm Part 3, The Gasming.
Yeah.
So that we got to clear
No,
that
it's
up.
Metal Storm 3 Metalgasm, The Curse of Santana. That's the name of it.
Curse of Santana.
Yeah.
Well, where did we leave off at the end of this movie? At the end of the movie, the cowboy humans teamed up with the love interest, the Aliana.
Well, I don't think that was the name. That was
That
just
sounds good though.
Emily Blunt's character
a placeholder
being horrendously passive aggressive with Colt. But yeah, carry on.
And their love united their races to
Mm-hmm.
fight against a third alien race, I believe.
That is also
The Quebecois.
there
That's
you
we
go.
try to
They were
Quebecois back
invaded
in.
they were invaded by the Quebecois. Wah,
Why?
wah.
Wah!
Jean de Bois,
Tabarnak.
je veux la terre. So so that's where it left off, and they won the war, obviously. In part 2, that's when they weaponized orgasms.
Wait. That's why it's called mad orgasm.
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay.
That was their secret weapon against the Quebecois, is to weaponize orgasms. I mean,
So just so I understand. So Metal Storm 1, Metal Storm 2, Metalgasm. Metal Storm 3, just the gasm. Is that what I heard?
No, it's mad orgasm, the Curse of Santana.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. Thank you for clarifying.
No problem.
That's it. Those are my questions. Continue on.
No, I mean, after the second one was all about the weaponizing of the gasming.
Right. Famously.
And that opened up the door, which Joel will explain the part 3.
Oh,
Wow.
throw me under the bus here.
Fucking
Hey man, you got the Quebecois idea.
I did not know there was a TTC stop this close to this podcast.
Wow.
Sorry, let me just set you up, Joel.
Yeah.
After they weaponized the orgasm, they go.
They weaponized the gasming.
Just remember, yes and. Just yes
Yeah,
and. Keep it rolling.
they've never been truer. They went and they were finding Nicolas Cage looking for treasure.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And
the Declaration of Independence of Quebec.
Of course, the Declaration of Quebec Independence.
Exactly.
They wanted to separate from Canada again.
The long lost document.
They finally got it.
Sorry. Okay, so who's is Jean Chrétien opposing this?
No, this is present day.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does this relate to the space epic? So Quebec isn't Quebec is a planet, right?
Quebec is separated.
Kevin
to become
Durant's
a planet,
the president.
and this is now they've
Right.
now found the original Declaration of Quebec Independence, where they separated. They just broke off of the Earth. Sounds totally legit.
They physically separated. Once they have the documents, they just had to.
We're in this deep. Just keep going with it.
Well, no, it's because they found the document, the Declaration of Quebecois Independence, and in the back there was instructions on how to eject just Quebec from the Earth.
I thought it just happened upon signing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Oh, I see. It was part of the mechanism.
It was in the contract.
Yeah. Right.
So anyways, that's
famously contracts
that is
execute
just like
things.
the flashback opening sequence.
Yeah,
of course.
So continue with the rest of the movie, Joel.
Okay, wow. Okay.
And you too could pay to be on this podcast for the right price.
It's priceless. You cannot pay enough to be on this podcast. Okay, so Quebec has been ejected. And now
let me help you out.
Okay, got it.
But part of the contract, and this is the weaponizing of the gasm, is they couldn't orgasm once they separated from Earth.
None of them.
So
none of their citizens could orgasm.
None of them. No, it was
wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, it was.
Their population would die out. That would be it.
That was the
no.
Yeah.
They just they could still reproduce it, just no orgasm.
Yeah. As the Catholics intended.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
no pleasure, just responsibility.
Yes. And that is where the space cowboy comes in.
Because the injustice of not being able to orgasm?
Yeah, well, he's powered by orgasms. and
Famously.
famously
He
so,
flies through space by orgasming.
projecting himself.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, this is something.
Yeah, it's we're there. We're so close. We're so close. And he has to show them the true power of love, which why he needed to bring his wife Eliana, and he had to show them a true orgasm.
Right.
I
And
mean,
that
I couldn't have
inspired
said
them.
it better myself.
I mean, I think it writes itself.
I mean, Glenn
clearly.
would be rolling over in his grave in celebration. In celebration,
This was
of
excitement.
such a
Exactly.
fantastic, wonderful plot.
He'd be dancing in his grave. Yeah.
This was his vision.
This was his vision, and that's why he was murdered.
Yeah, the fuck.
That tracks.
Totally does. 100%. All right. Well, we can't go any further on this topic.
No,
got
it's
to-
perfect.
we've got to the heart of
We've
the
nailed
matter.
it as usual.
It was the first movie to be banned from all theaters and rentals.
Yeah.
Not just from the earth, but they preempted that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Much like the film, it was separated from
as
this earth.
Quebec ejected, they tossed copies of this movie out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, why does everybody see unicorn when they do the drug in this movie?
Yeah, because it's not like because he says you're going to see it.
Yeah.
He's like, once you see the
And once it goes
unicorn,
away, you're good.
doesn't sound like a drug to me.
No,
Sounds like it opened his eyes.
children's
to the truth.
book.
Yeah, it's like shared. It's almost like a shared hallucination, shared, psychotic break, if you will.
I see. Not what I thought you were going with this, but carry on.
So the only thing that can induce that kind of psychotic break is reading the script to Storm 3. So I believe that was somewhere inside that drink.
Spencer, can you see a unicorn right now?
But you guys don't see it?
I'm just asking you. I didn't say I don't see it.
Okay, then we're on the same page.
As long as you're not seeing a unicorn when you look in the mirror like he did, you should be fine.
I mean, my guess is the drug was speed and mixed with cocaine,
Horse
obviously.
hooves.
I mean,
Horse
obviously,
hooves.
I thought we were avoiding cocaine, though. Did you specifically?
No,
we
I just said we
won't.
hadn't talked about
it.
cocaine
Okay,
yet.
okay, I misunderstood.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't care what the drug is made of. Like,
Right.
yes, it's clearly methamphetamines and cocaine. I want to know why everybody sees the unicorn until they're off it.
Just said it's mixed with horse hooves, like ground
Correct.
horse hooves.
Wow.
That's why.
What, you guys
Is
never?
it?
I thought it was
Wait,
a
you guys never?
subtle My Little Pony product placement or cross promotion.
No, there's
See?
the horse. The
Joel
horse
gets
hooves are in the drugs, and
Yeah,
wait, you guys never done horse hooves?
No, but Spencer, they're all. Every drug is branded My Little Pony names.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Is
Yeah.
this Clopper?
This one was Rainbow Sparkle.
Wow.
Listen, that's all. That Rainbow Sparkle's the only My Little Pony name I know. So
Yeah,
we've
same.
exhausted our.
I'm shocked
knowledge.
you
Wait,
guys
you-
know that name.
You don't know Clip Clop?
It doesn't
Clip
sound
Clop.
official.
Clip Clop is the only My Little Pony character who's a donkey. That's what that is.
No, that's fair. No, thank you for that. We're gonna move on. Well, one final question here. Tom has this maybe it's Gail. They start out with just being like the heavies who kind of are chasing around Colt Seaver, and then they turn out to be a private contract, like military,
Like a full-blown militia.
full-blown militia. I just want to know, everybody on set famously is unionized. So if they came on set, what union are they part of? And maybe how do they gain membership to that union?
I mean, it's Teamsters.
Mm.
Obviously,
Story-
Teamsters.
Obviously.
I mean, the Teamsters are an aggressive paramilitary organization that are slowly infiltrating every aspect of American life.
Famously.
Whoa, I didn't know we had a
Famous.
scab on here.
I was gonna say I didn't know when did this become the RNC? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know much about union, so I'm just going to say Union Jack.
Union Jack.
Oh no.
Does that make sense?
No, that was a little too Luciano-y for a joke. So
What?
I'm gonna try again.
The fuck? How did I get splash damage in this?
You know what you did.
No, I don't actually. Not this time anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, I think they are in the military union.
Jesus
Pass.
Christ.
I genuinely don't know how unions work. I don't know how unions work. Okay,
they're in the State of the Union. That has
Jack got him.
I can see your point about.
Anyways,
you know what?
Luciano?
I'm not going to answer this question. Is dumb.
That's fair.
You know what? Just do that. You mean had that option earlier?
10 points to
No,
Gryffindor.
in fact, I think this is the first time we've ever used that option.
I'm gonna allow it. I appreciate the. It was the right move after the last two answers. Really.
I do wish I could have given that answer.
It was the only way out.
Knowing this, I would gladly pay another charity to join this podcast.
Yeah.
Just to say, no, that question is dumb.
Shit is stupid. I'm out.
The only way to win is not to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for playing the game. But really, that's all the questions we have. Let's do our reviews. We famously use the S tier system. S is the highest. F is the lowest. Generally, we're talking like a Morbius or a Madam Web, unless you're Chris.
Shin Godzilla.
Who the hell knows? Yeah, it's confusing. Anyways, Spencer, why don't you go first?
Yeah, certainly. This movie
It's falling apart. It's fucking falling apart.
Well, I said certainly. The movie was lived up to Glen's vision, I would say. I think that it was a very solid movie. It was a lot sillier than I thought it would be, and I think the third act it pushed the boundaries of silliness a little too far, and it got a little too stupid in the final act. But throughout the whole thing, it was pretty enjoyable, and I thought it was quite a fun flick. I'm torn between two, and you know which two. I'm going to go with the C. You know,
That's fair.
All right.
Almost a B though.
Almost. Great. Good talk. No one cares. Luciano.
You asked for it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I had fun. I thought I was going to be watching. I think the same as Spencer. I went in thinking this was a much more serious movie, but it didn't bother me. It was fun. Even the plot hole, like after it was clear, like after the movie called attention to its own plot hole, I was like, ah. But even then, like it was fun. I really loved the visual gags of like having movie stuff happening, and even like the stinger and the credits showing the actual stunts of the actual movie. It was really fun. I think I actually would watch it again, and it's I think Joel said it in the beginning. It's one of those movies where you don't have to invest too much into it; you just watch it for the fun. I think I'd give it a B. Solid, solid, fun flick.
Solid B. Interesting choice.
I think that's the first time
I feel like
Luciano gave a higher score.
B for Emily Blunt. I mean, it's worth it. A B just for her. But I mean,
Jesus.
could it be a C for Clip Clop or Nicolas Cage? No, I thought the movie was entertaining. It kind of was lighthearted. Obviously, you didn't need to invest too much thought into it, and I thought it was well written in terms of what you expected from a movie like that. So yeah, I give it a B. It was enjoyable. And I'd watch it again. It was surprising. I didn't really know much about it, but sitting around watching it, I thought, I came out of it thinking it was a good use of 2 hours of my time.
Hey, what would your wife have given it?
I think she enjoyed it. Maybe not for the same reasons I did, but I feel like she would have given it a B.
For the same reasons,
wasn't
but for
Emily
Ryan
Blunt?
Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. That's right.
Yeah, that
That
guy.
guy.
Yeah,
That guy.
famously attractive.
You tried.
He tried.
He's
He
just
failed,
jealous
but
because
that's
he was
okay.
kissing his girl.
We're gonna move past that quickly. I would give this movie a C.
That's
Basically
stupid.
for what Spencer
You're
said.
stupid.
Well, you're stupid. So there you go. Nice
Fight,
try. I said it
fight,
first.
fight.
Fun movie. Had a good time. Enjoyed the stunts. The action sequences. Generally, I think they were creative. Like I said, like the drug fight scene. And the movie had enough twists that like it kind of just subverted your expectations enough that it was fun.
And so why did you give it a C? It sounds like you really liked it. So why a C?
I gave it a C because I hate Emily Blunt and I want your life to be filled with pain.
Wow. I
Sounds
thought
like
you
you
were
want to
going
go
to say,
kill people with me later.
I gave it a C because I couldn't agree with my brother, but you
Oh,
know,
Yeah,
you go off.
he just.
I said the same thing.
Well,
yeah,
you-
so C.
We agreed.
C, I said, we'll see Spencer on the pier.
Who wants to come to? Hey, Matt and Joel and I are going to go to the pier. Maybe we'll run into Luciano.
Maybe.
Oh, I won't be on the pier.
We'll find you.
Not for long, anyways.
I'll be on the pier for a little bit.
You'll
and
be
then
under the pier
for a
soon enough.
long time.
Bye-bye. If you somehow enjoyed this insanity, which God knows why you would do that, we're doing this again next week, and we are going to watch Furiosa, a Mad Max
Thing.
something.
A Mad Max thing. Yes. That's the movie.
A Mad Max product.
A Mad Max thing. Joel, it sounds like you're not joining us next week.
You'll be here.
I'm very, very sad. I'm happy to join anytime you need me to fill in for that other guy.
Chris, will you pay to charity every time to join us?
I know.
Well, you can just
I
pay
think
us
that's
directly.
fair.
Just pay you directly.
Yeah, we take.
I feel like I'll take my chances on the charity.
Well, paying us kind of is a charity.
Based on 3 subscribers, you're absolutely right.
Of a different kind, and you can't, take it out of your taxes, but
What the CRA hasn't heard of this Popcorn and Plot Holes podcast?
I mean, they've heard of us. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, we're going to watch Furiosa. We're going to talk about Mad Max. Someone here famously hates Fury Road because he's wrong about life.
I don't hate it. I just don't.
I was going to ask, but clearly he outed himself.
Oh, yeah.
He always does.
He
knows who he is.
Yeah, I've made my peace with it.
But yeah, next week.
Tom Hardy, though, man.
Next week, Tom Hardy vehicle.
I don't think he's in it.
Thank you.
He's definitely not in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Tom Hardy vehicle, Furiosa, of Mad Max.
The Charlize
story.
Theron and
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
Everybody got the joke. Thanks.
Oh, it was a joke? Do you know those are meant to be funny?
Thanks for joining us here.
Say this is just a ball.